Okay, let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome back to Sarimic Gaming and Sarimic, and this is RimWorld. As always, um wait, I'm gonna put the music a little bit more high. As always, episode 11 of our little generational series, and we're starting with a fair bit of tragedy because just when the colony finally grew up from a Paleolithic tribe into a Neolithic colony. We get a cheetah attack on one of the colonists. We failed to save it. We saved the one that was doing melee, and she dies to infections. So here we are, only with Cheddar, our most recent arrival, Cardspain, Capspain, which was from a rescue mission, and Little Tiffy. Not much to say. The long night is still running. There's still predators on the map. I think I'm gonna have to go migrate again because we lost Han, which was important for for research. The other guy, that the weird guy that joined us, eventually left the colony, and the other dude, the man in black who helped us out on the other day, finally passed it as well. So we are in this situation. Can we actually survive the long night with just 3 characters? You have skills for melee. I'm gonna give you a 8. I don't know how we're gonna manage. There's still food, but I think I'm gonna have to migrate. There's just no way to keep these people alive. Until the long night vanishes, I guess we're gonna be a nomadic colony because there's no more people. There's no more people and no way to do research, and there's a lot of carnivores on the map, so the girls are gonna get attacked or something. Gonna have to move out. I think I had a few. Yeah, I have at least 2 bedrolls to help me out. Look at all these guys. I was hoping to research mushrooms before the end of the event. And now there's an animal transport with a tortoise. Okay. Gonna have to keep the colony on the move. Other coyote, hyena. I think I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna keep moving. The worst part is because of the long night, it doesn't matter where we drop because eventually the food is gonna go scarce. We could do fishing, but without wood, it's gonna be impossible to keep them alive. All right, the game is paused. Lots of bisons here. I'm gonna keep moving. No carnivore on this lot, but there is no water source either. Yeah, caravan detected. I need to keep these girls alive. And they just keep showing up. Hyenas, coyotes. How do you deal with so many predators? The thing I hate the most is that if you don't, even if you leave food for them, they're still gonna home in on colonists. And Tiffy can't do anything because she's still too young. She needs to get seven, 4 more years of age, I think. I just need another piece of leather and it will be enough for the tiered bedroll. And now Caspen is running in nature. At least we don't have to do tribal gatherings anymore. I mean, technically we can, but it's not gonna improve our research. We actually me a research spot now. What do you mean wandering? Did the ibex escape? Okay, time to go. I'm gonna do a caravan and I'm gonna see if I can sell things on my settlement. For example, the merchants guild is here, so we should be able to trade a few things. We should be able to trade with the merchants guild. There's not much we can do, honestly. But now that we have 3 bedrolls, they're gonna be able to rest easy. And because they're tribal, they're gonna be able to forage daily. So at least there's a way to get food and stuff. I'm surprised the base hasn't got any fires, but look at this. There's so many carnivores in the map right now. I cannot really put the girls in danger. I'm gonna see if I can barter the rest of the wood and the plain leather for they have a lot of animals. And I get a little bit of jerky. 6 pieces of jerky, and then we're just gonna we're on August, so we're getting to the end of winter, but I'm still gonna have to migrate, so I think I'm gonna move to the coast for now. Did they get the jerky? It seems not, but they're picking berries on the. And I maybe camp here in the jungle and get a few bananas. there. 0.7 days of food, that should be enough for now. Recreation deprived. I cannot do anything about that, man. How can you get food poisoning from bananas? Coyotes and crocodiles. This is not a good spot. I'm gonna go to the coast near the base. The, with lions here, it's impossible to survive. I'm gonna keep moving off the coast until I find something. Thankfully, I can actually build a house now, so I can keep them on the place for as long as possible. Although with the mechanoids, it's kind of tricky. Ah, now there's a crocodile. Are there any berries I could gather? Also, by moving north, we're gonna be able to tank out most of the winter. I just need a good spot where they can do fishing. Ah, but in order to do fishing, we actually need the technology. We actually need the research. There's a lot of time. I'm just gonna collect berries and that's it. Crocodiles. Okay. I need another cluster of berries. There. I like this little island. But there's lions here. I mean, there's plenty of food for the lions. It's just that there's not gonna. Once the capybara runs out, they're not gonna. They're gonna go for the girls. I need to find. There's no bushes here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep on the move. Maybe this little patch of jungle. September. The spring is gonna start now, but the long night has not ended, so not much we can do. panther, crocodile. So there's plenty of animals for the beasts to feed on. So I should be able to make a little base here in the jungle. Nah, too small. I'm gonna need a 9x9. I'm gonna check for bananas. Yes. There's plenty of game here to distract predators. So the tribe should be able to stay here. Cat Spain is learning. I like the design of this hut. I think I could expand it later, but now Cat Spain has a sad wonder. That's not good. Sadly, because of the mechanoids, the caravan is gonna have to move on a few days, so this little spot will be abandoned. Yeah, they're hunting each other. Okay, let's get back home. Maybe we could do a little bit of traveling to the Republic or follow the Merchants Guild. I'm gonna bring all these leathers, all the wood. I'm gonna carry this and the food, so they have something to trade. It's the least we can do. I wish I could bring all the junk we had on the base, but without without pack animals, it's kind of hard. I wonder how many times the long night is almost 1 year already, and it just keeps going. I wouldn't have minded the long night if not because of the animal attack. We have five we have 5 colonies in total, and they were pretty capable. But the game decided to throw a manhunter, and now the miasma outfit is gonna attack and destroy the base. Well, there goes the castle. There goes the neighborhood. Everything was made of wood, so they finally reached the Merchants Guild. So I'm gonna sell all these leathers, and I'm gonna see if I can. No, they're not gonna barter chicken, so I'm just gonna barter for food. Can I get can I get some pemmican with this? 29 units of pemmican, so I can have something to eat. And maybe move away to a forest. Red fox, and that's the only. This place seems like a nice spot for now. Okay, let's prepare a little base. No, I think what I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna collect all the berries I can. Got plenty of berries, thanks to the thanks to the pemmican. All things considered, this colony had a fair run. Despite the hardships, I was able to go from a bunch of Homo erectus and into a tribal society. It took a lot of it took a lot of time, but eventually uh, we reached the first milestone. So maybe I should finish the series with this, and maybe on a next season we're gonna continue the story of Cheda and the two girls, and see if they can actually reveal the colony, because it's getting stale, honestly. You know, having to keep track of this constantly. So maybe the future seasons will be about how these people survived the long night and came back to reveal the base. There's honestly not much we can do at the moment. So, and the most annoying thing is I wouldn't feel annoyed by this. I wouldn't feel annoyed by this if we could camp indefinitely. But because of Odyssey, the we have to keep moving every 3 days or so. We have to keep moving constantly because of the mechanoids. So it's not like in previous versions where I could just set up a camp via mods and actually stay indefinitely on a map tile. As long as as I had the means to be self-sufficient, at least. I'm gonna see if I can revisit the camp or at least stop there in the wetlands. Yeah, you can actually revisit the camps. That's interesting. So you could, in theory, have a few camps set up and just rotate, migrate. I think. It's taking too long to load though. I wonder why it's taking so long. Like there was not much. There was not much there, honestly. Ah, there they are. Ah, there's a spot in the wetlands. Yeah, beaver, red fox, and a cougar. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the series for now with this. So the base got destroyed due to raiders, and the tribe have to abandon the savannah again because there was a lot of carnivores in the area, and the long night has not. It's just gonna reach 1 year of darkness, it seems to be, since it's not gonna end yet, so we're gonna have to the tribe is gonna have to return to nomadic practices to stay alive, and maybe see if they, now that they are more civilized society, maybe they can trade with the other factions. So I'm gonna see in future in future seasons if if they can keep up with this, whatever it takes. For now, I like that I was able to reach at least the Neolithic milestone. The original idea was to go all the way until unlocking medieval, but it seems that won't be the case due to that accident. If if there was no animal attack at that moment, or if I had kept track of of the colonists, I may have we may I may have kept going with with this part with more episodes, but it's gonna be hard to sustain a colony with only one functional adult and two children. So that was all with RimWorld Odyssey for now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow the channel. You can also find me on X. I post regularly, and on Twitch as always, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll see next week if I can bring a new series. I'm gonna try and think of something. If not, you can check out my Magic the Gathering Arena series, which I started a few weeks ago. It's in Spanish, but I guess you can copy the links and translate. I don't know. Anyways, that was all for now. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.